So hello guys, we are in the third step of deploying a Hugging Face model in Azure ML Studio. Okay, so in the third step, we have to create a structure of deployment statement or a deployment pipeline. Okay, so first of all, we have to create three things on here. In this step, first of all, we are creating an environment, then we are creating a model, and then we are creating a scoring script. Okay, these three things are required to deploy our endpoint on Azure ML. So to create environment, so environment is basically a, you can say, instance where our endpoint or our scoring script is going to deploy. If I say in the name words, it is basically a Docker container which has all your dependencies, all your system libraries that has been using for your scoring script to run. Okay, so you can see here I have created a conda.yml file. So we have to use this file. Okay, to create an environment. So it has a name. You can also not include name in that. It is not required. Then we have channels. Okay, channels we are using conda for it. Conda for it is a compulsory statement in that. Then we have dependencies. Dependencies. Then in the upper dependencies we are adding a system dependencies, whatever system libraries or system dependencies we want to add, like Python and people system dependency. And there is another thing that is pip dependencies. So whatever we used in requirements text or whatever we used uh, with pip install command, then those libraries or those dependencies we have to declare it here. Okay, so Azure default is default or compulsory, and then we are using whatever the libraries or stuff we can put it here. Okay, so we are using 4 libraries, so I added 4 libraries here in the pip dependency. So this is the YAML script you want. Okay, the name is not compulsory, but you can define a name over the portal also. So if you are not using Python SDK for deploying and you are using direct portal for the deploying that we are using currently. I can also use Python SDK, but the problem with the Python SDK is the authentication and the stuff that we are not going to discuss it in this at this step or in this video. But we can do that also. And there are mostly three types of ways that we have. The first one is using the portal or whatever the cloud provider has. They're having a portal, like AWS has their console, Azure has their portal, and GCP has also their console. Then the second step is CLI. Okay. The Azure is having Azure CLI, AWS is having AWS CLI, GCP is having GCP CLI, whatever. So CLI is also the way. And the third thing is SDK. So whatever language is, you are using, the majorly used language is Python. Okay, so they all having Python SDKs. So if we are using this script with Python SDK, then we have to define the name over here. But we are using the console or the portal, then we don't have. If we don't have defined the name over here, it will okay. But if the name over here and the name that we created on the portal have mismatching, then the creating or building the local container having errors in that. So we are not using the name parameter over here for the deployment on the portal. Okay, right? So this is the thing to create an environment. Now the second thing is the model. So as we using the transformers pipeline here, it will automatically going to download the model when the pipeline is initiated. Okay, so we don't have to upload a model manually. It will automatically download when the pipeline is initiated or loaded in the frame. Okay, so for that we have to create any dummy model. Okay, I have created a dummy model.pickle file over here. It is just 1 KB file. You can also put any text file or any model file over there, which is a dummy file which have our size. Okay, so basically if you want to transfer that model, then it will be easier. Good. So I have currently used a dummy model for that. You can also use actual model over there, but they have certain different parameters in the model. But if when we are using this script, it is not going to work like that. So this is the actual file of the structure. So this is what is going to look like when you want to use or want to upload your model from your side. Where when you have a custom model, when you find a custom model in your system or any other place, when you have your custom model, then you have to upload it to the portal manually. And this is how you can use your custom uploaded model in the scoring script. Okay, so but this is not our case. In our case, the model is going to automatically download when the hugging face is initiate the pipeline. Okay, so it is not needed in our case. So I have created a dummy model, and we will upload the model because whatever thing is, if the model is going to download it or whatever the thing is, but we have to create a model in the studio. Okay, yeah, whether it is a dummy model or whatever the thing, but we have to create a model in the studio. So this is why I made a dummy model of pickle file. You can also use h5 or pph or whatever the file you want to use. Okay, the third thing that I want to see that is the scoring script. Our scoring script is basically similar to the pipeline script that we seen in the second step, but there are some changes because the input and outputs is going to be in the string or JSON objects. Because we are using APIs currently, we are not using the system scripts, so we have to convert those pillow masks that we are getting into the base 64 strings. Okay, so I have added a function to convert image objects into base 64 strings, and there are two functions. These two functions are required to run the inference on the endpoint that you are created. So there are two functions. For first function is init function. So in the init function you have to put your model or initialize the model, or in other words you can load your model in the system or in the system RAM, or if you have GPU instance then in the VRAM. Okay, so I have included the loading script or initializing pipeline script in the init function, and then you have to globalize that a pipeline or model that you have initiated. So when the inference request is come, and then the run function is going to run, then the run function can use the model or pipeline that you have defined in the init function. Okay. So I have also added some logging info to print the logs in the logger. Okay, so we'll see in the console that where to look the logs and the stuff. Okay, then the second function is the run function. This function is called when the endpoint API is receiving any request, and the data that passed when the request is made, it will going to pass as a parameter, as a raw data parameter. Okay, so we can use that raw data, and then because we are passing this structure of data, so a requesting structure is just a simple, we are using a JSON dictionary template, and in that we have image key, which has a base 64 encoded image uh, in the request. So you can see the actual request statement over here. It is an image key and the base 64 encoded string of the image over here. Okay, it will be very large. Okay, then we have to load this JSON in a data variable, even made your own script or whatever you like. Okay, then we have to uh, decode this data, because this is a base 64 string. We have to pass the pillar image or in the pipeline. Then we have to decode this by base 64 data into actual image. So this line is going to do that. Then we got image as a pillar image object. Then this object will pass into a semantic segmentation pipeline that we are creating in the init function. Okay, then we got the results, and then we iterate through our results, and this follow is going to change the masks of generated mask, because when we are sending those results back to requester, then we have to also encode it to a base 64 encoded string. Okay, so this follow is doing that. Whatever the list of dictionaries having generated, those having pillow mask, it will convert the pillow masks to base 64 encoded strings for their masks also. Okay, so this is the final response from our model. You can see that here. Okay, label, mask encoded in base 64 encoded string, and the score for that label. Okay, and all the things are. When we decode this string on the requester side, it will generate like images like this. All are the binary images of the mask. When the detected area of the objects having white, and the other area having not detected the same object is having in black. Okay, those are called binary images. So yeah, so this is the scoring script, and then we return the results to our requester. Okay, so this is the format of our scoring script. So this is what we're going to upload when we deploying our custom endpoint. Okay, so yeah, at this we ended our third step. Then we will go to the fourth step of deploying custom endpoint on the portal, Azure portal. Okay, so we'll see how we create a ML workspace resource, and then we going to create model, how we create environment and upload model, and create an endpoint while uploading the scoring script and choosing instances and stuff like that. We'll see that in the fourth step.